Okay guys, here we are on the next installment of this. I think this is number 21. For this one I'm going to start working on the retopology. Now that we have all of our grid done, let's go to subtool. And the first thing that we're going to do is going to append a ZSphere. We're going to select the ZSphere. Now this sphere is probably huge, so it would be a good idea. Actually, let's hit X to get symmetry, and R to reduce its size. Oops, no, that's not it. I'm sorry, for scale, E. And let's bring it down, all the way in. We can hit, where is it at? Transparency, to see where it is. I can make it really small. Doesn't have to be huge. There you go. That's all we need. And now, let's hit transparency again. Every time we try to move the canvas, it's going to move from that area because that's where the actual ZSphere is down below. So every time we try to upsize this, it's going to upsize from the middle. So anyway, now that we're with X, what we're going to do is we're going to go into topology and edit topology. Now make sure that all you have on is this guy, no eyes. So turn off the eyes. That's very important. Okay, and all you got to do is just start putting dots. Let's put one right here in the middle first, and then another one. It's not working. Why is that? Oh, let's see. Should be working. Oh, it's because we have it in scale. It has to be on draw. Okay, so now it should work. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you go. There's our first one, and now it will upsize from that area. We can let's see. We will make another one right over here. Oh, if for some reason it gets deselected, with Control you're gonna select where you want to start, and it goes like that. This red one is the one that you laid, and the next one can be right over here and right over here. Now with you can rotate normally, and here select that. You can start doing this surrounding area like that. Select again and put a dot. So wherever the red dot is, that's where the next one you can put. I can put one right over here. My next one can be right over here, or it can be over here. Anywhere where there's going to be a surrounding one. Now I could do it right over here, but as you can see, it's going to give me a cross. It's going to make a segment, an edge right across, and that's not how I want it. So I'm going to Control C that. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to continue down this path. Now every time I move it, sometimes it's going to deselect the area that I was working on, so you just have to reselect it with Control. When you move it by clicking on the background, it doesn't deselect it, as you can see. So I don't have to do anything. There's a little bit of a difference right there. And this is really quick and kind of a mindless job once you have already laid down the grid. Just like that. Now if you hit A, you're going to be able to see, let's change the color of this to a different color, let's say a blue. And now you're going to be able to see your mesh, the newly created mesh. Let's go to adaptive skin, and let's give it a density of 1. It gives us exactly the polygons that we've been laying down. If you have Shift F, you're going to be able to see the wireframe. And if you go here and click on solo, you're going to be able to see the mesh of what you've been creating so far. Now again, you can deal with the density over here. It can give you there's the density of 3, subdividing it 3 times. You can go, I can't believe you can go to 8, but it's good, just leave it. I usually leave it at 1 because I want to see exactly what I'm doing. I hit solo again, and if you hit A again, you go back into that mode. It would be a good idea to quick save it. This tends to crash quite often, so you might as well quick save it right now. Sometimes when you're in this mode, in the ZSphere mode, and you save a quick save, it's going to get out of edit topology. So you just have to click it again, and you go back in. So I'm going to try to go around. I'm going to select this guy right over here. Select this like that. And again, when I move it, I have to reselect it again. And make sure to really click on the next vertice. These vertices are actually ZSpheres. They're miniature ZSpheres. But you have to click on them, otherwise you may create geometry that is not welded. And there's really no way of welding it, at least not through ZSpheres. You can do it now with Z-remesher. With Z-modeler. But you would have to get out of this mode and work it on that. So, completely different thing. Completely different method. And tool for all that matter. Okay. Let's hit another one right over here. And this can go real quick once you get it. I'm not going to do the entire face. I'm not going to do the entire body in this because I want to show you guys how to do this also on Maya, and through Quaddraw. I already started teaching you guys that in class yesterday, I believe, Friday. And but I want to do it through here too. So Quaddraw is very cool and it can be very fast. So I like it better than this method, but this method is very convenient if you don't want to get out of ZBrush and you want to continue doing it, just working within the program. It's very, very convenient. So I use it a lot of the times when I'm, doing something really quick and I don't want to take time to get out of ZBrush. Very convenient. It's not perfect. It's got its quirks. Sometimes the move tool, when you want to move a vertice, or should I say a ZSphere, it works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes, and that's one of the drawbacks in my opinion. Now with this new version of 4R7, I really haven't tried it. This is my first time trying this since the last version of ZBrush, so they might have fixed that. I don't know. I certainly hope so, because that would help a lot if they did. I'm going to do this one already too. And this one. Oh, no. This one. This one. This one. And try not to double click. I just did it right there without clicking control, so I put another ZSphere on top of it. Try not to do that because you may create double geometry, and then that is a problem. So be very aware of where you're laying down your ZSpheres. Nano ZSpheres, that's what I like to call them. I'm gonna go right over here. Another thing that ZBrush sometimes has a problem with is putting a ZSphere in, this is fine, but when you're trying to put them through the side, sometimes that causes errors. Be careful with that. Always trying to put it perpendicular to your point of view. I know that sometimes it's not easy, especially when you're dealing with hands and stuff like that, the inner sides of hands. It's not as easy, and I understand that, but sometimes you just got to do your best. Okay, now in this closed area, now we have the red dot over here. So where do we go from there? So you're just gonna have to click Control, another one, and then like that, and then again Control here, and click it there, and that's how you do that. Now I'm gonna put some inside, even though I didn't actually have them. And this is what I mean. I try to put them perpendicular to my point of view, or from the camera's view, should I say. Doing it at an angle sometimes it creates problems. Not always, but sometimes it does, and it's like it's tedious to have to fix them later. No, that's not gonna work. That's the other problem with ZBrush in this method. If sometimes if you're too close, if ZSpheres are too close, it won't create a new one. It will just like snap to the one whatever's closest, and well, that's not what you want. So in those cases, there's not much you can do about it. At least I haven't found a way of dealing with that, so I just get out of it and I just go into it and see in Maya or any other modeling package. Because that's how I roll. Okay. So if I hit A, it's gonna and then go to solo. You can see it's created, you know, like a face mask for the eyes. That's cool, like that. All right. I'm gonna hit quick save. I tend to hit quick save or save it when I'm in this position, so I don't have to hit Retopology. I mean edit topology again. And let's go solo. And as you can tell, it's still on. So A. I'm gonna get over here. Oh, didn't deselect it. Cool, I like that. That's what you see me moving it perpendicular to my view, because I don't want to make errors with the mesh. That was dangerous right there, because that was not particularly perpendicular to my point of view. Ooh, that one wasn't close. I have a feeling that one was off. And a good thing to do is to always check with A, because that helps you see if you have made a mistake in laying down a Z-sphere or something like that. It shows you whether you made a mistake or not. You got to be paying, attention to that. It doesn't always help you putting it in A or selecting the preview mode, which is by hitting the letter A. But it does, if you're paying attention and really look at it, you'll see whether you've made a mistake or not. Oh, that one was not particularly well placed. And always be, when you're doing this, be aware that what you're doing are quads, not making n-gons. So always pay attention to that. Very important to do that. Oh, oh no. There you go. do this like that. And there's not much else I can say about this. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory from here on end. So I guess I'll just speed up this video so you guys can see how I do it. But other than that, there's nothing much to say about this. Towards the end, I'll go back to regular speed mode, and but just so you guys know, the way to get this as a new mesh right now, if you hit preview, you can see what you're doing, obviously, but this mesh is just a preview. It's not, it hasn't been built, it's just virtual right now. To get a mesh built, you actually have to go to make adaptive skin, and once you make the adaptive skin, you're gonna find it right when you're gonna append it too. So you hit append and you're gonna find it in the menu. You'll see me doing that towards the end, but right for now, we're just gonna continue to do this. I'm gonna be quiet right now and put it on speed mode. I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, so now that we have this one, this mesh already done, let's see, I'm gonna go solo, and this is our finished head and neck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna export it to Maya along with the other mesh, so we can continue doing this in Quaddraw. Before we do that, we have to make an adaptive skin out of this one. So we're gonna make adaptive skin, and I have it right here in density 1. So I'm gonna select preview again. This is gonna be a preview, but to append the C skin that we just made, hit append, and it's gonna be right here, skin ZSphere, and there it is. So let's turn off our ZSphere and let's look at our skin. So I'm going to rename this skin head, just like that. I'm going to quick save it. Okay, just so you guys know, there is a polygon there. It's just because it's an arrow kind of a polygon. Sometimes from certain angles it fails to render, but other than that, it's just fine. We don't have any errors on, at least I don't think so. Anyway, so okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna export this one, and we're just gonna go right over here, export it. I am going to do this to my C export import. That's not gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to export it to that one. Let's see. I can take it to Titan G, is it? Not Titan 2, ZBrush files, C export import, expression college. And we can have this. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Head skin or head retopo 001, and save that. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is grab this guy, because we need to export that one too. Sometimes, let me see, let's get that out of here. Why does it give me that blue? Oh, it's because I obviously switched this to blue. Switch color. Very interesting. Oh, it's because it had polyapps. Okay. So this doesn't have any UVs, so we're gonna go to view UV map. We're gonna select a large UV map, and I think I am going to use a real quick mapping procedure. Let's see, you can create group UV tiles, doesn't really matter, let's just do this. Group UV tiles, maybe assign or modify while the lowest subdivision level is active. Okay, so we have to go to the lowest subdivision, go to geometry, go down to 1, and group UV tiles. Okay, now if we go to our texture map and go to create, I'm sorry, and go to new from UV map, you'll be able to see what happened. And you can tell right here in this map how it did it. It just creates little pieces of the entire mesh. It's not human readable, but Maya would read it just fine, so we can just set it like that. Okay, so let's go and Control C that. Okay, and now what we can do is go to RC plugins and go to Multimap Exporter. We are going to set it to 8192. Flip V has to be on, and that's by default already. Export mesh. We're going to export, and we're also going to export our texture from our polypane, which is going to be this grid. Export options is going to give us, it doesn't have any texture options, but we do have one for mesh export, and we want this to be a subdivision 1, and we want it quads. So having said that, I think we have everything else. Yeah, that's fine. So create all maps, and that's fine. We can do it right there. Now this will take some time, and it will send the level 1 mesh that we have, and also the actual texture from the polypaint. There you go. Okay, so this is it for now. On the following video, I will import this into Maya and show you how to do that, how to import the maps, and how to import this as an OBJ. For now, this is it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.